Hello beautiful bookworms, my name is Katarina and welcome to my channel. So today I'll be talking about something that I haven't talked ever, and that is my autho-buy authors. So I'm inspiring this video in a video that Emilia from Coffee Shutter made, so I'll leave the link to her video down below so you don't think like I'm stealing her idea, but this is actually something that I wanted to do for a while, even before I watched that video of hers, and that video just gave me the confidence to do this eventually, and now I'm doing it, finally. So that is my autho-buy authors, and what is that of autho-buy authors? Autho-buy authors is like that author that you know I will never disappoint you, and that every book that you buy from him or her will be amazing. And of course, we don't have the same autho-buy authors, and I have some, I don't have a lot, and I know that some people may have a lot, or some people may have different authors in mind, so this is just my opinion, and these are the authors that I feel like will never disappoint me, and I'll just buy their books, even if I don't know what they're about, or even if I'm not reading them this month, I will buy the books. So, obviously, the first one is my favorite author ever, and that is Murakami. And he's the Japanese author, and I have pretty much the entire collection of his works, and that is like pretty much 19 books, yeah. And I'm not sure, well, now he released a new one in February, and I'm really waiting for that one to be translated so that I can read it, and yeah, I can't wait for it. But basically, he's my favorite author, and I read, and I will always read anything that he puts out. He writes so beautifully, and he writes a lot with magical realism, and that's something that I really love, because it's not really a romance and it's not really a fantasy, and it's a crossover between the two of them. And it's so fantastically done that if you love magical realism, you should give Murakami a chance. Because for me, I know that there's a lot of magical realism there that I haven't read, but for me, he does it so well. And I adore his writing. And I adore him so much that when I went to do my Erasmus last year to Italy, I found out a book that wasn't translated in Portuguese and that I couldn't find anywhere, and it was by him, and I just said, well, I'm learning Italian, and if I need to, I will just pick up a dictionary and I will translate it. And here it is. I bought it. And I bought it because I love this author and I needed to have this addition to my collection. And I know that most of you will be thinking, well, what if you forget how to speak Italian and how to read in Italian? What if this book comes out in Portuguese? And why did you do it? Like, you didn't have to do it, but I just love him, and I needed some of him in my life while I was there in Erasmus. And I think it is a beautiful edition. I think it is also a beautiful addition to my collection. And I don't even know if this is going to be translated, because this is like some short stories put together. So why not? And I really want anything and everything he's ever wrote. So this is proof that I love him. Another one of my autho-buy authors is Anne Bishop. And Anne Bishop is, for me, the queen of urban fantasy. And she just writes so beautifully, like so gothic and so dark and filled with beautiful magic systems, and everything that she writes is beautiful. And it's very descriptive in a way that does not tire you, but makes you think that you're living in the world that she describes. And obviously for me, her greatest work were the Black Jewels trilogy and the Black Jewels saga, because you have the Black Jewels trilogy and you have like some books that are set in the same universe, and then she finished the universe, and yeah, so I read all of those, and then I bought a new trilogy by her that is set in another world, and I read 2 of those books. The third one I haven't read yet because I only recently acquired it, and then I bought another trilogy that I am going to read, possibly this summer, that is about fairies, and it's also by her. And then I bought the first book in the Others series, that's also by her. And I have a feeling that although I loved all of her books, I will always love the Black Shields trilogy more, and maybe this series will be in second place. Maybe. And I'm very excited because both Murakami and Bishop are supposed to come to Portugal, one in September and the other one in October to Lisbon. And I really want to see them because what are the odds that two of my autho-buy favorite authors are in here? Like, yeah, you don't live in Portugal, so you probably don't know. But yeah, having these people here means a lot to me. So I'll probably just try and put together some cash and go see them if I can. And obviously take books for them to sign. Yeah. So another one of my autho-buy authors is Brandon Sanderson. And Brandon Sanderson did something that not everyone can do. Almost all of my autho-buy authors did it, and that's why they're my autho-buy authors, but he did it with such quality that I can't even. I only read his Mistborn trilogy, and that trilogy literally put me thinking about life and religion for so long. And I am a person that when finishes one book, she immediately grabs another and starts reading it. And when I finished the Mistborn trilogy, I couldn't start reading another book for 2 or 3 days. So he made me think a lot about what he wrote. And his magic systems are great. And the plot twists that he puts into his books are great. And all of the finales of each book in the trilogy were so cliffhanger and filled with despair, like I want to know what's going to happen. And yeah, so my boyfriend gave me the second Mistborn trilogy, and I really want to read it. They're like a bind-up of novels, this one and 2 more of roughly the same size, that will finish that world forever, and that is set 300 years after the original Mistborn trilogy. And I want to read all of his works. For me, he's a fantasy god, and he's really, really good. Like, I can't even explain it, but I just love him. So of course I want to buy everything he ever wrote and read it and comment and be a fan. I want it very much. Another one of my autho-buy authors, and I read, I think, 3 books by him, is Alexandre Dumas. And Alexandre Dumas is a classic. And he's amazing. This copy that I'm showing here is The Three Musketeers. And if you haven't read it, you really should, because this is amazing. I also read The Count of Monte Cristo, and I think it is called The Black Tulip or The Dark Tulip. I don't know, but maybe the black, well, I stuttered there. The Black Tulip, yeah, I think that's what it's called. And by far, I love them all. I'm just showing The Three Musketeers because it was the one that I could reach like there more easily than the others, because the others are really down there. So yeah, and I love all of his books. They're so classic-like, but they're not even a little bit boring. They're so fast-paced, and they always have revenge stories and forbidden loves and great fight scenes and duels and mystery, and I get so crazy thinking about his books because they're so amazing, and I always get furious at him because it's like, solve your problems, god damn it, don't leave the characters suffering like this. And it is so good. And I don't even know if there's more books by him because I'm stupid like this and I haven't searched for it, but if there are, I'm going to find them and I'm going to buy them all because Alexandre Dumas is great. And if you really want to read classics and you don't know like what is your style and if you will like classics, I recommend you to read Dumas. And maybe you'll be a little bit threatened by the size of his books. Like the Three Musketeers is really big, and the Count of Monte Cristo, my edition is that gray one over there that is divided in 2 books roughly this size, both of them. But the Black Tulip is really small. It's probably 300 and something pages. And I know it's not for everyone, but give it a shot because he's so good. So good, and I just love his books. It's so amazing. I can't even describe to you how much I love his books. And also, one of my autho-buy authors is obviously Patrick Rothfuss, and I have talked a lot about how I love The Name of the Wind in this channel, and I also have The Wise Man's Fear, and I am waiting for so long to know the end of this trilogy, and I swear to God, when he releases it, I will just have to wait for it to be translated because I don't like to have the collections like half in Portuguese and half in English and blah blah blah. But if I can't wait, I will just get it. And if he releases another book about other stuff, I will get it because Patrick Rothfuss writes so well. And I really want to read more of his works. Actually, maybe it's time to reread The Name of the Wind. I didn't think about that one. I also read The Slow Regard of Silent Things by him, but I don't have it because a friend he gave it to me so I could read, and then I had to return it to him. Yeah, borrowed stuff. Yeah, but I will get it eventually when I have money for that. I will do it. And it's really small, so it's probably not that expensive, I think. Yeah. And yeah, my final autho-buy author is Nora Morgenson, and I only read this book by her, The Night Circus, but I was immediately hooked. I loved her writing style, I loved all the descriptions that she made, I loved the ambiance, I loved everything, the characters, the development, the mysteries, the magic, the descriptions of the places. Oh my god, it was so good. And oh my god, I can't, I just love it. And with one book, with one standalone, she just grabbed me by the throat and she said, when I release another book, you will buy it because I say so. And I said, yes. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I know it's not the normal type of videos that I do, but I decided I showed you guys some of my favorite autho-buy authors, and yeah, I had nothing else to talk about, so I just had to talk about that. Yay. So I hope you guys like this video. If you like it, leave a like or subscribe, and please, please, please tell me which autho-buy authors do you have, because that's something I'm very interested in. Like, I'm very interested in seeing what authors will make you lose your head and buy everything that they ever wrote. So please, if you can, tell me, okay? Thank you. Bye.